What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike Roach Podcast, where I speak everything sports, culture, politics, and beyond. Okay. Glad that you're joining me for another episode. And folks, I just got to jump right into this thing because there are so many things that I have to speak about today. I'm not even sure this is real life anymore. I'm not sure this is real life anymore. When you hear some of the top, I mean, Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't think anybody, and I mean anyone, saw that coming. We will discuss that a little bit. This whole Lyft lawsuit with this Detroit rapper, Dank Demoss, okay, Adam Silver wanting to possibly shorten quarters, not going to happen, but it is something that he has thought about. And of course, the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, 10% on China. And now Canada is retaliating along with Mexico and China. There's just a whole bunch of things that I got to talk about right now. A whole bunch of things. And the first place I'm going to start off is in the NBA. It's in the NBA because I am still trying to fathom how Luka Doncic now plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. You heard me correctly. How Luka Doncic now plays for the Los Angeles Lakers and Anthony Davis plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Ladies and gentlemen, this was probably the most surprised I have ever been in regards to a trade in the NBA. I have not seen one like this, and especially one of this magnitude that has never been leaked at all. Never been leaked at all, folks. I'm in my bed. It's about 12:15. It's dark. It's calm. But the TV is still on. I think I must have had it on the news or something. I was dozing off. I was pretty much right there. My eyes were about to close. I was about to head into dreamland. And my phone keeps vibrating. Brr. Whatever. Brr, brr, brr. What the hell is going on here? Anyway, I ain't checking it because I am about to head into dreamland, folks. Brr, 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 brr. I picked my phone up. My brother's calling me. Like, the hell is he calling me for now? It's 12:15. What is he calling me? Anyway, something could be wrong. Let me figure out what's going on here. I picked the phone up, and he's with his boys. Hearing all this ruckus in the background. He's like, oh, Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers. Now I'm contemplating if I just hang the phone up or not, because this is just ridiculous. He's done this before. I'm thinking he's been another deep fake with these dead tweets that got him again. I'm like, no, can't be true. Not a real trade. Didn't happen. He's like, bro, I'm telling you. And then I hear his boys in the background. Mikey, it's real. It's real. Mikey, it's real. I'm saying, all right, let me investigate. First place I head to, of course, is X. And obviously, I start typing in SHAM. You know, you got to go to Shams, obviously. And I see the tweet. Let me pull it up. Incredible stuff here. I have to pull this up. I can't believe it, even till right now. Okay. So I'm looking at the tweet here and I'm saying, wait, this can't be. This can't be. The Dallas Mavericks. I'm saying there's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. So now I start thinking, okay, his phone was probably hacked. That's the only thing that this can be. Shams Charania's phone was hacked. And then I'm like, wait a second. Let me turn on NBA game time on NBA TV. I turn it on. Quentin Richardson, and I can't remember who else is on there talking about it. And I'm like, holy crap. Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers. To the Lakers. What is happening here? What is happening? And so I sleep, I wake up in the morning. My brother and I are on the phone again trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. I'm watching ESPN. They have all these different analysts speaking about it. And in my head, I'm saying, there has to be something here that we don't know yet, something that hasn't come out. Because once again, Anthony Davis is a phenomenal player, and he's fantastic on both ends of the floor. He's been healthier than he's been in the last couple of years, and he's balling out right now. But damn it, we're talking about Luka Doncic here. We're talking about Luka Doncic. Just took the Dallas Mavericks to an NBA Finals. This is the cat that we're talking about. Averaging over 30 a game in the playoffs. Hitting game winners. Almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs. In his career. Luka Doncic is nasty. He's an animal. He's someone we have never seen before. This brother is he's on another level. So we're all flabbergasted by this. So you start wondering, is there something in the medical report or something that we're not understanding or that we don't know of yet? There has to be something. Now, he goes down with a calf injury on Christmas Day against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We haven't seen him since. He hasn't played. And he has been injured a lot. And now there's been mention of the Dallas Mavericks being concerned about the way that he's taking care of his body. And also that he doesn't play defense. They put out a statement today saying defense wins championships. And that ain't Luka Doncic. And so I'm thinking here, okay, yes, defense does win championships. But damn it, this is Luka Doncic. This still ain't making any sense to me. He's only 25 years old. He's not even hitting his prime yet. He hasn't hit his prime yet. And so immediately now you start thinking, okay, let's forget about basketball for a second and start thinking about business here. Luka Doncic was going to be on track for a supermax deal, which is going to be $350 million. That was going to be close to 40% of your cap. Now, it puts you in a position where will you be able to afford other things aside from Luka Doncic? Not much. You can maybe get one other guy, but after that, your contracts are going to have to get significantly smaller. And so you do kind of put yourself in a position where the spending here is crazy. And if you have concerns about a guy when it comes to his health and reports, I haven't even seen reports. This is just through gossip at this point. Because listen, I was at Scotiabank Arena today. And even before I got there, even from the morning, I was texting back and forth with former NBA players, former players who played for national teams. And I'm talking to analysts and guys, just people who are working in basketball position. And it all came down to the same thing. A lot of people, it seems to be the issue here. A big part of it is money. And do you want to spend $345 million on a player that you know is not doing the best that he can to prioritize his health. That is a problem. It is a problem. And don't get me wrong, it is Luka Doncic. So damn it, it's worth it in my opinion. It is worth it in my opinion. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And with all that we're hearing in regards to NBA ratings dropping, which means money is going to be getting tighter, people are looking at the dollars right now. Like there's a lot of things that are changing in regards to the NBA when it comes to that cash. And even when you look at the whole broadcast situation, we're talking about this at Scotiabank Arena as well. A lot of teams now have been moving their broadcast tables up past the 100 level so that they can free up space on the sidelines so that they can sell those seats to fans. Those are seats that are right in the middle of the court, pretty much on the sidelines. And you want to be able to make dollars from those seats. And so this all has to do with being able to make more revenue. There's a lot of expenses as well. There is a lot of expenses. And so people are having to watch money. And on top of that, we have to remember Mark Cuban sold the team. I still believe he's a minority owner in the team. But the Boston Celtics as well, I believe, are looking to the owners are looking to sell there as well. And so what I'm thinking is, what do they know that we don't? Are they trying to get ahead of something here in regards to something with finances and how the money is looking and what is about to be in the near future? Those are the type of things that I'm thinking about right now. And I don't know. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. I still think there's a lot that's going to come out in regards to this whole trade. And even so, you now have LeBron James, Luka Doncic on the team. You have no big man anymore. You have nobody in the middle. You have zero rim protection. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do in regards to that. And what do you do now? Like, do you just move forward with Luka Doncic and LeBron James? Do you just move forward with them and then hopefully you're going to see what happens? You're going to try and make a move for a big? Like, what do you do here? It's a great start for the Los Angeles Lakers in regards to replacing LeBron James. He's not going to be playing for much longer. So the fact that you now have Luka Doncic, yes, that is amazing. That's fantastic. That's amazing. So good on them for being able to get Luka Doncic. I'm just wondering where they're going to go with it next. And my thing is this. Are you at a point right now where you just looked and said, okay, when you look at the top of the standings in the Western Conference, you're seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder, you're looking at the Houston Rockets, you're looking at Memphis, you're looking at Denver. Those are the new teams of the future right now. And sorry, folks, I'm getting some camera freeze right now. But anyway, what do you plan to do here? Like, if you know that those are the teams at the at the top of the Western Conference right now, and you know you're not going to be competing anytime soon with these other teams, at some point, are you going to do what is best for LeBron James, or are you going to do what's best for the organization? Because that's what I think it really comes down to. If you're Rob Pelinka, if you're Jeannie Buss, are we doing what is best for LeBron or what is best for the organization? And that's what you have to think about. What is best for the organization is you need to rebuild your team. And getting Luka Doncic as the first step to do that is a very, very good place to start. Okay. Now, here's the other thing, and this might sound outlandish. I understand. Now, if you're going this route, would you say, okay, listen, LeBron, We got Luka Doncic. We're rebuilding this thing here. We don't know how long you're going to be here for. You could retire after next year and we lose you for nothing. Is there a team that you would be willing to go to? And if you're willing to go to that team, if we can facilitate a trade, okay, because let's face it, he's only going to go want to go to a team that has the potential to win now. He still wants to win now. So let's say, for example, he wants to go to the Golden State Warriors. If he wants to go there, if he says, okay, I want to go there, well, then you call up Golden State and be like, listen, LeBron wants to come, he wants to join you guys. You say, okay, well, okay, we want Kaminga, Wiggins, this person, that person, this person. Like, is that what you do at this point and just completely rebuild your team? Because I mean, you're going to have the rest of the haul that you would get from a team like Golden State, for example, along with now Luka Doncic, and then if you still have Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves and whatever the hell else you have. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, this is the Lakers that we're talking about. It's not like you're going to have any issues in free agency. You're not going to have any issues there. So you can depend a lot on free agents coming to your team in the offseason. You just can't. And so I'm still in shock by this whole thing. I'm still not sure, by the way, of what Dallas is going to do. I feel like they can make another move. You have AD, Derek Lively, you have Gafford, you have PJ Washington. Can they somehow make a move for Jimmy Butler? I don't know. Or just anybody else. What if they wanted to get a guy like Andrew Wiggins from Golden State and bring him into a place like Dallas as well? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think that Dallas is necessarily finished making moves either, even after getting Anthony Davis. You have Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Lively, Anthony Davis. Okay. You got a PJ Washington, but you can still make another move. That's the thing. So I don't know. This is crazy. This is crazy, but I am looking forward to see what happens. And there was he just put this out. Luka Doncic, actually, I'll read it to you. I haven't read it yet either, but he did share something on X, so I'll share that with you. Here we go. The internet speed right now. But let me read this to you guys here, okay? Dear Dallas, this is from Luka Doncic. 7 years ago, I came here as a teenager to pursue my dream of playing basketball at the highest level. I thought I'd spend my career here, and I wanted so badly to bring you a championship. The love and support you have all given me is more than I could ever have dreamed of. For a young kid from Slovenia coming to the US for the first time, you made North Texas feel like home. In good times and bad, from injuries to the NBA Finals, your support never changed. Thank you not only for sharing my joy in our best moments, but also lifting me up when I needed it most. To all the organizations I've worked with throughout the Dallas community, thank you for letting me contribute to your important work and join you in bringing light to those who need it. As I start the next part of my basketball journey, I am leaving a city that will always feel like a home away from home. Dallas is a special place, and Mavs fans are special fans. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Luka. So I'm reading that for the first time as well. And it's kind of bittersweet. Like, the Lakers get stuff put right in their lap, and they should be throwing a parade right now just for getting Luka Doncic. It's absolutely crazy trade, and I'm waiting to see what happens next. Okay, moving on now. That was kind of long, but moving on now. This actually, I don't usually get pissed off when I do podcasts, but this next story actually really pisses me off. just in case I start yelling here. There is a story out of, I believe it's in Detroit. At least she's from Detroit. And I think the story was in Detroit as well. So there's a story of a rapper named Dank Demoss is suing Lyft. Is suing Lyft. And I won't even explain. I'll share the screen with you. I'll let you see it for yourself and we'll chat after. Here we go.
Landings recorded it all. Her Lyft driver pulling up only to turn her down.
Hold
I was too
on.
big, and
Let's pause this for a second because, oh, it's up now. Okay.
his tires,
Let's go back.
something about his tires. I asked him, "What do I have to do with your tires?"
This happened January 18th. The 29-year-old Detroiter was headed to a Lions watch party, only she never got there.
Because I can't fit in your car.
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What make you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The driver told her she needed to request an XL car.
I was embarrassed, and I feel some type of way about it.
She's hired a lawyer and is suing Lyft.
Well, from a legal standpoint, it seems like obvious discrimination. The Elliott Larson Act, which is Michigan's Civil Rights Act, specifically protects people from weight discrimination. And the
Scarred her.
I haven't really left my house since that.
She hopes this lawsuit will change how people treat others of all sizes.
Shouldn't have to pay for extra for a Uber XL.
While Lyft does not comment on pending litigation, they did send us this statement saying, quote, Lyft unequivocally condemns all forms of discrimination. We believe in a community where everyone is treated with equal respect and mutual kindness. Our community guidelines and terms of service explicitly prohibit harassment or discrimination. Reporting in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dank Demoss. First of all, I'm going to show you some pictures of her after, and I want to say this. This really pisses me off, and this bothers me. This is a problem. I'm actually going to show you her pictures first because I need you to see what Dank Demoss looks like. And I'm not fat shaming. I'm not making fun of anybody. I don't think this is funny. I'm dead serious about this. I don't think this is funny at all. Now, some of you guys might, you're going to be watching this on your phone or computer, and you might be laughing your ass off about my tone in regards to this. I don't think this is funny at all. Okay. Just to let you know. So let me share this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This is a very large individual. Very large. And if I had to put a number on it, I would say she weighs at least 500 pounds. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. This is next level. Okay? And I'm not trying to shame anyone, so I'm going to take that off. This is not funny because we're talking about somebody who's a young person who looks like they're about 500 pounds. I'm siding with the Lyft driver on this one. I am. I'm sorry. I'm siding with the Lyft driver on this one. Listen. People know their vehicles. Damn it, I do. Other people know their vehicles as well. They know what their vehicles can handle. We top up the oil. We put the air in the tires. Okay? We put the windshield washer fluid in. People know what they're talking about when it comes to their vehicles. Okay? Now, can you hold 500 pounds in the back? You probably can. But I don't know what that man's tires are like. I don't know what that man's tires are like. And if there's a problem with his vehicle after, is she going to be the one who pays for it if she damages the vehicle? I mean, this is crazy. This is absolute crazy. And I believe he has a legitimate beef here.
Completely
He
BS.
does.
This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
It's madness. It's madness. And here's the thing. You know what? I didn't want to have to go here, but I'm going to go here anyway because it's the truth. Unless you have a specific medical issue or you have an issue with your metabolism, that's the only excuse I want to hear if you're fat. Now, people have different circumstances here. Sorry, folks, bear with me. I'm going through some lag here. People have different circumstances here, and people have medical issues, and people have issues in regards to their metabolism. Now, if there's an issue like that with this young lady, then that's understandable. But this is not like chubby or like some regular fat. Like, this is next level on some crazy stuff here. Like 500 pounds. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous here. And it's sad because this young lady is going to put herself in her deathbed. She's going to put herself in a grave if she's not taking care of herself. Do you see how big this woman is? This is not funny. This is not a laughing matter here. And the funny thing is, a lot of people, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of people who don't have those issues, why are they necessarily that fat in the first place? Because that's what the driver is essentially saying here. You can't come into the vehicle because you're too fat. And damn it, after seeing her, I'm sorry, but she's on the larger side here. But the point is that at what point in society are we ever going to take accountability? At what point? Is the new cool thing in this world that we're living in is to not be accountable at any time for your own circumstance, your own situation? Why does it not apply in this case? If people are watching me now and calling me a jerk, why does it not apply? Why does it not apply? Growing up, I grew up and my parents were divorced shortly after I was born. I grew up with a single mother in some rough neighborhoods. Okay? That's just the reality of my life. If I am growing up and I am a young teenager, let's say I'm 17, 18, 19 years old, and I'm making poor decisions, and I know I'm raised by a good mother, I'm raised by a good grandmother. My father, even though separated, is still doing the right things and teaching me the right things. And I choose to make bad decisions and get wrapped up in a life of crime. And I am behind bars and I'm doing everything to ruin my life. I guarantee you, people would say that would be my fault. That would be my fault because I chose to make those decisions, even though I knew better. I chose to make those decisions. And I would have to be accountable for that. But this woman is 500 pounds. you have to do two things. You have to eat better and you have to exercise. You have to eat better and you have to exercise. That's what you have to do to take better care of your health. Why does she not have to be accountable for that? Why? That's my question. Why does she not have to be accountable for that? And I'm not saying this to try to make fun of everybody. I'm actually saying this in love because I don't want to see her die over not being able to control what she eats and not doing things and to exercise. It would literally change her entire life. It would change her entire life. If she did these things to take better care of her health, it would change the way she feels, the way she operates, the way she looks, the way she conducts. Everything in her life would change if she made that conscious decision to take better care of herself. But there's going to be no accountability for that whatsoever. Just going to say, damn it, I'm just going to sue. I'm just going to sue. We know what this is, man. This is
What's happening over here during whole season? I've been calling it back. It's a complete crap.
It's nonsense, man. It's absolute nonsense. I'm sorry. I'm with the Lyft driver on this one. I just am. I'm sorry. Not bending on that one. Not bending on that one. Now, moving on here, folks. I need to go back to the NBA for a second. Back to the NBA. This episode, I don't know, might be kind of long, but I need to go back to the NBA here because I need to talk about something that I heard Adam Silver say that I thought was crazy, and I don't like it at all. And nobody I've talked to, and from everything that I've read online, damn it, nobody likes it either. Okay? Let me just bring you to the clip. Back to X we go. All right, here we go. Let's close this. It's moving really slow today.
I am a fan of 4 10-minute quarters. I'm not sure that many others are. I mean, putting aside what it means for records and things like that, yeah, 2-hour format for a game is more consistent with modern. But people, 2 hours, that's Olympic basketball is 2 hours. You know, college basketball, of course, is.
Yeah, but
is
if
40
you like it, I'd say it has kind of a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, it's such a dramatic change to the game. I mean, I think something like that would have to be talked more about.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to stop sharing now. First of all, damn it. Nobody wants to see that. Okay? Nobody wants to see the NBA get shorter. That's not the problem because a lot of people have been talking about, oh, they're losing ratings. Nobody's watching anymore. And blah, blah, blah. That would not help the problem. That would make it worse, in my opinion. I don't want to see any games get shorter. I just want to see them get better. I want to see them get better, not shorter. Okay? It's simple. I want to see the damn game get better, not shorter. Where do we even begin here? Where do we even begin? Now, there's a lot of teams, first of all, right now watching the NBA that I don't want to watch. It's just true. If I see Chicago playing against Washington, damn it, I'm not watching it. I'm just not. And I'm not watching Charlotte. Depends who they're playing against, but most likely I'm probably not going to watch it. I'm just being honest here. Like this, I can't remember an NBA season where I've watched less basketball than this. I'm not a big NFL guy, but I've been finding that I've been running more to the NFL games than the NBA. It's the truth. I just have. And it's true. Sometimes I'm watching an NBA game, and I know people have talked about this before, but for God's sakes, It's a 3-point shooting contest, and there's a lot of bricks. There is. And sometimes it's just like I'm watching teams come up and down the court and just shoot bricks all the time. It doesn't even make sense. I've talked about this before. There's so many times when guys break down the defense, they get all the way to the basket, they can do a damn layup, and they kick the ball out to the 3-point line to shoot a brick. It's frustrating to watch. It is frustrating to watch. And I mean, to me, you got to find out the core issues of what the problem is here. You got to find out the core issues of what the problem is here. First of all, you have multiple stars who are stacked up on one team. I don't like that. I don't like it. Bradley Beal, Booker, KD, like that, and hate seeing that. Can we spread this out to some other teams, please? Can we spread this out to some other teams? I mean, that's just one example. Just one example. And to a certain degree, is it cool? Maybe it was for a little bit. But when you see teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder and Memphis and Houston, damn it, Denver, the way that they built these teams, that's why these guys are having the most success right now. The Boston Celtics from the ground up. A team like the Cleveland Cavaliers went through the draft, made that trade for Donovan Mitchell. There are some good teams out there that we want to see. But I find a lot of the times we're still so focused on these teams like Phoenix, who we see right away in the media, who are low in the polls, Golden State, the Lakers. Every time you turn on ESPN, they're talking about these guys in 8th, 6th, 11th. Like, holy crap. Can we talk about the new dogs here, please? Can we talk about these young bucks who are up in the standings? Can we talk about those guys? And sometimes I think about it, like even when you look at this trade that we just talked about with Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, how many owners, presidents, and whatnot would actually have the temerity, the balls to make a trade like this? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Unprecedented stuff. And sometimes I think it's like when you have an owner that brings in a president who's not that good, and then that trickles down to the GM, that trickles down to the coach, the scouts. So many teams have been bad for so long. And then just to see a whole bunch of threes being jacked up as well on top of that. Like, I want to use this as an example, right? Look at a guy like Bronny James. Bronny James, who doesn't deserve to be where he is right now. He should be in the G League and playing in the G League and just doing his whole season in the G League. You see him in NBA games. Why? Because of who his father is. To me, a lot of that is the same way that you look at front offices with organizations. People who are there who shouldn't be there necessarily. Not everybody. Not even the majority, but still probably more than there should be. And that is a problem to me, and that needs to change. You can't even get players to want to perform in the All-Star game anymore. That's a problem, to the point where now they have to change the format and bring in rookie sophomores so that they can try to get these guys to compete. Everything is so easy for these guys now at this point. Michael Jordan actually talked about this. I wish I had the clip. I don't have the clip on hand right now. But everything is so easy for these guys in regards to how much money they make that I feel like they're starting to feel entitled now. They don't have to work as much as the guys who came before them because they get paid before they have to earn anything for the most part. And so I don't know what's going to be going on here. But we're going to see what happens at the All-Star game this year and how that turns out. And there's just a whole bunch of different things that the NBA is probably going to have to try to implement to try to bring some of the ratings back. Now, it is kind of weird in regards to ratings as well, because we're not watching TV like the standard way that we used to and just sitting in front of a cable box. People are streaming, they're on different platforms and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, now we're going to be seeing stuff on Amazon. We've seen the NFL with Netflix and all this kind of stuff. So people are watching their games in different ways. And so I'm not really sure that in regards to how people are consuming the games is necessarily accurate of how much the numbers are actually falling, right? And so you have to take that into consideration as well. But the NBA's got to figure something out. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of changes they're going to be implementing next season and beyond, because something's going to have to change, clearly. Okay. So now, moving on. One more thing I got to get into, and that would happen to be Donald Trump and the tariffs that he has put on Canada, Mexico, and China. 25% on Canadian goods, 25% on Mexico, 10% on China. And ladies and gentlemen, Ish has officially hit the fan here. Okay? Ish has officially hit the fan. And Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I mean, this is going to be bad for everybody. And especially in the beginning, because this is unprecedented stuff. We haven't seen anything like this in our lifetime, at least maybe for me. I mean, I'm 37 years old. I haven't seen anything like this in regards to Canada and the United States that are major allies, right? To the major allies. I'm going to read to you this tweet here from Donald Trump. I'll share my screen with you so you can see it. Back to X we go. X should probably be the official sponsor of this podcast by now, because the amount of times that I got to go there to read stuff to you is like, come on. Okay. All right, let's start reading this here. Today, I have implemented a 25% tariff on imports from Mexico and Canada, 10% on Canadian energy, and a 10% additional tariff on China. This was done through the International Emergency Economic Powers because of the major threat of illegal aliens and deadly drugs killing our citizens, including fentanyl. We need to protect Americans, and it is my duty as president to ensure the safety of all. I made a promise on my campaign to stop the flood of illegal aliens and drugs from pouring across our borders, and Americans overwhelmingly voted in favor of it. Now, we did know that this was coming. We knew this was coming. He said it when he got into the Oval Office in January, I believe January 20th. He did say this was coming. And so we didn't know if he would actually do it. But I mean, at this point, Donald Trump is pretty much standing on everything that he has said. We knew that Canada was going to strike back, and Justin Trudeau said he was going to have some retaliatory tariffs, and I'll play that video for you right now as well, just to show you if anybody missed this, what happened. Okay, let's go to my bookmarks here. Where are my bookmarks? What is going on here, folks? Where am I? Let me stop sharing right now. Oh, here are bookmarks. All right, let me play this video here for you now. Sorry about that. All right. Here we go. Let's load it up.
To the U.S. trade action, with 25% tariffs against $155 billion of American goods. This would immediate our supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Like the American tariffs, our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, preferred consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories, several non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world. With all that said, I also want to speak directly to Canadians in this moment. I'm sure many of you are anxious, but I want you to know we are all in this together. The Canadian government, Canadian businesses, Canadian
We're right
organized
here.
labor.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, these are unprecedented times that we're living in right now, watching all this kind of stuff. And, you know, Donald Trump mentioned that the reason for the tariffs, as I just mentioned, drugs pouring through the border, illegal aliens, and all that kind of stuff, border security. He wants Canada to step it up in regards to their border security. Didn't give them any time to do it, by the way. And I guess they should have been doing it over the last 9 or 10 years under Trudeau anyway. But you didn't even give them time to clean that mess up. This is not just about drugs and illegal aliens and all that kind of stuff going through the border. And I understand that Donald Trump is looking and say it's a golden age, right? It wants an economic boom. You're going to buy American. And that's all he's going to buy, apparently. He doesn't need anything from Canada, apparently. Doesn't need the oil, doesn't need the resources, doesn't need a damn thing, he claims. To me, Donald Trump is taking advantage of a country right now that is an absolute mess. Pro-rogue government called by Justin Trudeau, by the way, who resigned, which means we don't even have a functioning government right now. We don't have a functioning government right now while all of this is going on. We're hearing from Poilievre. We're hearing from Trudeau. We're hearing from Doug Ford. We're hearing from Daniel Smith. We're hearing from Jasmeet Singh. We're hearing from Mark Carney. We're hearing from 18 different people right now, while we're just hearing from the one guy south of the border. He knows the country is weak right now. The dollar is weak right now in Canada. And he knows that. People can't find family doctors, crimes through the roof, immigration, taxed into oblivion. People can't buy homes. There's so many people in Canada right now that don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's not a lot of hope here for a lot of people. And so he keeps mentioning this thing about the Canada being the 51st state, Canada being the 51st state. Canada is never going to be the 51st state. Canada is not going to be the 51st state. At least that's how I see it. At least that's how I see it. Now, maybe at some point, can there be some type of economic union? I have no idea. We're going to have to see how these tariffs pan out. Canada putting tariffs on the U.S. now. Mexico as well. China said they're going to be doing something. I don't know what they're going to be doing. Listen, I have never seen anything like this. I don't have the answers. I'm just giving you my opinion. I don't have the answers. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I really don't. We're just going to have to follow this thing step by step. It's going to be implemented on Tuesday on both sides. So I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to sit up here and pretend to tell you some type of made up answer that I'm just freestyling with and that I'm just making up in my head right now. I don't know what's going to happen. Today I came from work. I was at the Raptors game, by the way, where I work at Scotiabank Arena as a broadcaster. And they booed. They booed when the U.S. national anthem came on today. In Ottawa at the hockey game Saturday night, they booed the national anthem, the U.S. national anthem at the hockey game. Somebody asked me before the game, do you think they're going to boo when the U.S. national anthem comes on? I said, nah, that's not going to. They booed. This is crazy times. This is crazy times, folks. And I don't know how this thing is going to end up, but I don't think it's going to be good for both countries. I damn sure don't think it's going to be good for Canada. Initially, maybe it works out better. In the long run, Canada is heavily dependent on the U.S. It's time that they start doing business with the rest of the world. Do we? Yes. But should we more? I would say so. I would say so, because when you're so reliant on one country and something like this happens, it puts you in a tough spot. Nobody wants to be here, but this is where we are. Folks, if you enjoyed today's topics, please take a moment to follow, subscribe, like, and rate the podcast. Your feedback is always welcome and helps me reach more listeners who are just as passionate about these topics as you are. And don't forget to connect with me on social media. I would always love to hear your thoughts. You can find me at Mike Roach 7 on Instagram, at X, at Mike Roach 23, at TikTok, the one Mike Roach, THE, the number one Mike Roach. And remember, check out some of my recent videos for more engaging content. You can also listen to me anytime on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Folks, I will be back again soon. There's so much to talk about. So much to talk about. And the news, trust me, it's going to keep coming, okay? It's your boy, Mike Roach, and I'm out.